We were just delighted to receive the money. We've received just slightly over $2.5 million. Previous funding that we received was one time, so it allowed us to balance, for instance, on last fiscal year. This funding is, that's approximately $2.5 million. A large portion of that is base funding so that we can rely on that to be flowed to us year over year. So we're absolutely delighted with this. I think one of the other very positive things around this news is that we believe that the ministry has realized that there are investments required in hospitals. For the last number of years, the investments have occurred out in the community, and they were much needed investments out in the community. So this wasn't as a result of us necessarily lobbying the ministry. It was around a recognition that hospitals haven't been funded well over the last number of years, and it was a recognition of that, and that's where the dollars have come from.
Well, I mean, it's great news getting the funding. Any additional funding is always a positive for any hospital, any organization. So we're very appreciative of the funding we have received. Unfortunately, it doesn't close the deficit we have. We still will be left with a deficit after this additional funding. So we do have a ways to go. We are working with our LHIN in terms of trying to find a solution to our long-term deficit problem. So we are positive that we will see an outcome hopefully this year. I think we do realize going into the budgeting process that we are not going to balance. I mean, that is a given. We have increasing costs, inflationary costs going up every year. You have probably heard about utilities affecting hospitals. We have labor increases, supplies increases. So when you start off with a deficit, which we really did from last year, you're just building upon that deficit, and you know you're not going to have enough money going forward. At MAHC, we do believe the funding formula is not working for us. We are one of the few medium-sized hospitals that also operates over multiple sites, and we don't believe that the funding formula properly addresses the added complexity of having to work or operate over two sites. So we think we're disadvantaged under the formula, and that's partly why the LHIN is supportive of us, and the Ministry of Health even is supporting us as we look for a solution.